Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the second episode of the iTrain podcast. I'm your host, Oscar Kemjika. Today I got my special guest, my homeboy, Nkem Egbuta. What's up, bro?
What up, bro?
How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. How
you? Good. We jamming. We rocking out here. All right, so tell us about your background as an entrepreneur and hooper and, fashion icon to be with what you're going on right now. Let us know what's going on with you.
Well, what do you want to start with?
Let's start with your background, like where you came from, like how you started everything.
My name is Nkem. I'm actually born in the Bronx, raised in Rochelle. Started off just playing basketball, actually. It taught me everything I knew about discipline and the grind and staying dedicated to something. And I eventually transitioned to fashion. I just wanted to see what the entrepreneur life was like. And ever since then, I've just been running with that. I'm trying to do both at the same time, but we'll see where it goes.
Okay. So you say you born in the Bronx,
yes,
Boogie
sir.
Down, same here. We go years back.
Yes,
I remember playing ball with you, and my height didn't catch up to you yet. Probably won't. We all going out here. But talk to us about your journey as a baller, as a hooper, growing up.
Well, went to high school, New Rochelle High School. I guess that's where you could say I got my start. Just being a late bloomer, not really understanding, the politics of the game and how other things go, like the little intricacies of how things happen, until I got to college and I really realized, my worth and, where I wanted to be with it, where I wanted to take it.
Right.
I started taking it really seriously, and I just stopped for a bit, focusing on school, again, ran into the politics of the game. When I left college, I hit an exposure tour, and that took us over to Europe. I linked with some people out there, did my own politic, and at this point I already learned how it goes. You kind of have to vouch for yourself if you have no one vouching for you.
Right.
So I had to put myself on, and from there, sky was the limit. Started playing in England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, played in Nigeria. So, and I'm not done playing. At least, I don't think I am yet. But
okay, you're not done, man. You got years. You got more years left.
We'll see.
So, you're currently playing now still. You're going to be traveling back to London soon, right?
Yes, sir. Traveling back to London, Paris, Spain. Just for fun, really. I mean, I'm going to tie business in with it, but I'm really focused on the hoop thing, so We'll see where that goes.
Okay. So from hooping into a different space as an entrepreneur, now you have your clothing line.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us about NxN and what you've been doing and where you heading with that.
So in 2017, 2016, and in that time period, I just wanted to do something aside from hoops. I mean, I wanted to expand on what I can do, and I was thinking about life after basketball. So I just wanted to, see where it would take me, try something new.
Right.
Just decided to go into fashion. I've always been big. I consider myself to be a good dresser. Had a lot of hand-me-down clothes from my big bro.
Okay.
And even some from my big sis. So, you know what I mean? It was always something I was passionate about, but I just never exercised it because I was so focused on basketball. So when I got to around 26 years old, I was like, let me see what I could do with this. And then from there, I took it and I prayed on a little idea. God gave me the Gold Africa idea, and I ran with it.
Yeah. And I'm sporting it right now, as you can see. This is the NxN cap visor. I'm growing a little fro. So, and we just did over the weekend Nigerian Day Parade. We were out there, supporting the brand as well. Talk to us about what you have in store for, next fall, next spring, into next year. Like any new things that you have in store with the brand.
Actually, this fall we coming out with hoodies, fleeces, track pants. So we got quite a bit of stuff planned, and also later this fall we'll have bomber jackets. So we're just expanding on the stuff we already have.
Okay, he's actually rocking one right now. You can show them. Nice. Okay.
It's fire, man.
It's fire.
Go cop.
NxN
Worldwide.
Go cop. Okay. So the NX brand. Talk to us about the acronym, where that comes from. And the idea behind the brand.
It has a dual meaning. I started the brand with my sister. Her name is Nina. My name is Nkem. So it was NxN. Eventually, as the brand, started to, I guess, grow, we just decided to go in-kem by in-kem because I'm like the main designer, and also the meaning behind it. In-kem in Igbo means mine, my own, or mine. So it was kind of like, it's an African-owned brand, and it was for my own, by my own. So we thought that was catchy, and it really embodied what the brand meant. And I asked my sister, I was like, can I change the name? I know, I know she had to sacrifice a lot of ego for that, and I will always appreciate for that. But she saw the bigger vision, and we decided to take it from there.
Sounds good. So you're uniting the whole continent of Africa. Like, we're not just, of course, we're Nigerians, but you're doing more with just expanding.
Most definitely.
What have you done to show that, to showcase the other countries in the continent and, big up all African people with the brand?
I mean, we just do a bunch of events, Ghanaian events, Nigerian events, even Caribbean events. We want to embody all of the African diaspora. So anyone who feels any kind of relation or, love for Africa, we want to represent them. And
one Africa.
Yes, sir.
We all one Africa.
Yes, sir. And just like embody the spirit of what that means, and showing that our African pride and the glory of Africa worldwide. The African people are people of the world. We're everywhere. You can find us in every corner. So we just want to really represent to the highest standard, high quality, and just do it right.
No jello rice wars. We all one.
I guess.
Yeah, we all one, man. We all one. So
Niger jollof.
Niger jollof.
I'm not going from Ghanaian jollof is fire though.
Right. Okay. So, what was your biggest challenge leading up to where you are now with the brand as an entrepreneur?
For me, the biggest challenge, it wasn't even brand related. The biggest challenges have been, I guess, rallying that support to people, letting them know this is something special, and not the support from the strangers, but the people that actually are close to me. Right. At first, any entrepreneur, most entrepreneurs would tell you, like, getting the people who, your family and friends behind you is probably the hardest part. The strangers come.
Right.
But the family and friends, if you can get them on board, that's really special.
Yeah, definitely. It's one thing to have support from your family, but it's another thing to have support from people that don't really know you closely. Exactly. And that means a lot. That means you're reaching beyond, your borders, your inner circle. Exactly. So it shows the power behind that. So what was your biggest triumph up until this point? Something that you're very proud of that you've accomplished up until this point as an entrepreneur?
I was able to tour Paris, London. This brand has taken me across the world, really. Everywhere. We maybe just have to hit like Asia. But this brand has really changed my life and given me a bigger perspective. Like, I used to be all about hoops, and then this brand just showed me the world. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. So there's a loop between hoops and entrepreneurship. You just got to find a common ground, and Nkem did an awesome job so far. He's doing an awesome job doing that. So let's take us to your hoop life. Now let's rewind a little bit. Were there ever some obstacles that you had to face to juggle both between hoops and being an entrepreneur? Like, I know your passion is in hoops, and of course, you're building this brand. Talk to us about the struggles between balancing the two.
It's not really a struggle. I just go to whatever works. Whatever is doing the best at the time. That's where I lean towards. I try to make it as easy for myself as possible.
Okay. Are you currently working with others to help you with the brand?
Yeah, I have a small team. I include you in my team. But my sister, of course, that's my biggest teammate. And my boy Habib, he does a lot of the inventory management. And my homegirl Kuz, she does a lot of marketing, branding, and a bunch of other people. I have been blessed to have some people who really support me.
Yeah, it's very important to have that strong support system.
Most definitely.
Whatever you do. So currently we're in the fall season. In the winter, what do you feel like, as you go to hoop in London, where do you think that you want to take this for 2020? As far as like, what is your plan? What plans do you have in place to be better in 2020 with the brand?
I want I want the brand to be worldwide. I would like to have locations eventually by 2020. It would be nice to have multiple locations in different countries.
Right. So it's more than just Africa. It's more than just the States. We're trying to go global here.
Global.
That's big stuff. It's big stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I know you're a big hoop fan, and I'm also a big hoop fan. Are there any players currently that stand out as an inspiration for you, or in the past that's been an inspiration for you that you modeled your game after and emulated to get to a certain level?
Gotta be Jordan, of course,
Okay.
right? Dwayne Wade. I love Dwayne Wade.
D-Wade.
My favorite player is Bron, but I never really modeled my game after him. But Jordan and D Wade, everybody got to copy a little bit of Kobe.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's been a few guys. I mean, it's too many to name. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of Allen Iverson.
Nice.
Dang, so many guys, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, on the entrepreneur tip, like, who do you see that's doing something that you're doing in the fashion space that you're saying, okay, this guy's killing the game, or this person's killing the game. I want to be, or I'm trying to emulate this person.
I never try to emulate anyone in fashion because I feel like it's more so, it has to be your own style and your own take. But I'm inspired by guys like Damon John, who did FUBU, obviously,
Yeah.
and a few other people, but mainly him.
What about him and what he did with the FUBU empire do you admire and would like to emulate?
Just what his brand represented, for us, by us, is similar to for my own, by my own.
Right.
Like, clearly, I was inspired by him in that sense. And just the level where he's at now, where he can walk away from FUBU, do other things. He's on Shark Tank.
Right.
Like, I love this fashion thing, but...
Trying to get you there one day, too. What's up, Dame John?
Let's get it.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, I love it. But, I mean, if it's not forever, I'll be okay with that. I like using it as a vessel to get to the next thing, whatever that may be. Or if this is the only thing, great. We're just trying to take this as far as we could take it, and then...
Ride it till the wheels fall off.
Exactly.
Man. Yeah. And you mentioned a king in Damon John. Shout out to him. Kings recognize kings, and you inspire. You try to emulate greatness. And I'm actually wearing a shirt. Shout out to Gifted Apparel NYC. Kings recognize kings. And I got you on the show today, so I recognize you as a king as well, man. So we're doing this.